Have you ever felt that nagging stiffness? That deep ache in your hips or lower back? After you've been sitting for what feels like just a little too long, maybe you tell yourself it's just getting older, or perhaps a bit of arthritis settling in. A normal part of life after you've celebrated your 70th birthday. But what if I told you that lingering in your favorite armchair for hours on end, day after day, isn't just making you feel a bit stiff and uncomfortable in the moment? What if it's silently, almost invisibly, chipping away at the very foundation of your body? Your bones. It's a painful reality that many of us face. This gradual decline in bone strength that can leave us feeling fragile, more prone to falls, and limit the very activities that bring us joy and independence. We often hear about the importance of bone health, but the specific, often overlooked, impact of prolonged sitting, especially as we age past 70, is a secret many aren't talking about. Our bones, these incredible living structures, need activity. They need gentle stress to stay strong. When we sit too much, we're essentially telling our bones, "You don't need to be strong for me." And sadly, they listen. In this video, we're going to uncover exactly what happens to your bones when you spend too much time seated after 70, and more importantly, we'll look at 5 simple, gentle, yet incredibly powerful habits you can start adopting today to rebuild that lost strength, improve your balance, and keep your skeleton robust and ready for all of life's adventures. These aren't drastic changes, but small, consistent steps that can make an enormous difference to your overall health and confidence. And trust me, you'll want to watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you. A little secret that can amplify all your efforts. So, let's stop this silent erosion and start building resilience together. The first step, and perhaps the most powerful, is surprisingly simple, yet profoundly effective. And it's about breaking up that sedentary spell. Imagine your bones like a garden. If you never walk through it, never tend to the soil, never give the plants light or water, it will eventually become overgrown and weak. Your bones are similar. They need constant, gentle stimulation to remain vibrant and strong. When you sit for prolonged periods, especially for hours on end, you're not just resting your muscles. You're effectively telling your bones that they don't need to work. They don't need to support your full body weight. They don't need to respond to the natural stress of movement. This lack of weight-bearing activity signals to your body that it doesn't need to maintain bone density, leading to a gradual, but significant, weakening. Think of it like this: your bones are constantly rebuilding themselves. A process called remodeling. Old bone is broken down, and new bone is formed. But without the stress of weight and movement, this rebuilding process slows down significantly. The balance shifts, and you start losing bone faster than you can make it. This is why just sitting for hours each day, perhaps enjoying your favorite television programs or reading a good book, can become a silent enemy to your skeletal strength. It's particularly concerning after 70 because, by this age, we naturally experience some age-related bone loss. Adding prolonged sitting on top of that accelerates the problem. It's not just about obvious things like osteoporosis, which we hear so much about. It's about a general decline in bone integrity that makes you more vulnerable. You might find yourself more prone to fractures from minor falls that wouldn't have bothered you years ago. A trip over a rug, a slip on a wet floor, can suddenly lead to a serious injury that takes a long time to heal. If it heals completely, this loss of bone density can lead to a stooped posture, reduce your height, and even cause chronic pain because your spine, your hips, and your legs aren't getting the stimulus they need to stay robust. It can feel like your body is letting you down, eroding your independence and your ability to do the things you love, like tending to your garden, playing with grandchildren, or simply enjoying a long walk in the park. But here's the good news. You have the power to change this trajectory. It starts with a simple habit: breaking up prolonged sitting. It sounds almost too easy, doesn't it? But its impact is profound. Instead of sitting for an hour or two straight, set a timer for every 30 minutes. When that timer goes off, even if you're engrossed in something, stand up. Just stand up for a minute or two. Stretch your arms overhead. Twist gently from side to side, or just march in place a few times. Walk to the kitchen for a glass of water. Step outside and get the mail. Or walk to the window and look out for a moment. This simple act of breaking the sitting cycle sends a powerful message to your bones. I'm still here. I'm still active. And I need you to stay strong. Every time you stand, your bones bear your weight, sending those vital signals that stimulate bone formation. It's like gently reminding them to stay on the job, to keep rebuilding. It's not about intense exercise. It's about consistency and breaking the pattern of prolonged inactivity. Think about how many times a day you could do this. If you're awake for 12-14 hours, and you break up sitting every 30 minutes, that's dozens of mini movement breaks throughout your day, all contributing to stronger bones. Now that we've talked about getting up and moving, and how even gentle standing can be a powerhouse for your bones, let's think about adding a little more oomph to that bone-building strategy. This next habit is about giving your bones the targeted challenge they need to truly thrive. And it's something most of us can do without even leaving our homes. You see, while standing up is great, our bones really flourish when they experience impact. The kind of gentle stress that comes from weight-bearing activities. This doesn't mean you need to start running marathons or jumping up and down like you're 20 again. Absolutely not. What we're talking about here is embracing purposeful walking and incorporating small, safe, weight-bearing movements into your daily routine. Walking, for instance, is one of the best forms of exercise for bone health, especially for people over 70. Every step you take, your feet hit the ground, and that impact travels up through your legs, hips, and spine, sending a signal to your bones to build themselves stronger. It's like gently tapping on a wall to make sure it's solid. The beauty of walking is that it's low impact, accessible, and can be done almost anywhere. If you're currently quite sedentary, start small. Begin with 5 or 10 minutes of walking around your house, or even just marching in place during commercials. Then, gradually increase it. Aim for a brisk walk around the block, or perhaps a trip to a local park. The key word here is purposeful. It's not just a leisurely stroll. It's walking with a bit of intention, maybe picking up your pace slightly, or trying to extend your stride, even short. Frequent walks are better than one long, infrequent one. If you can manage it, try walking for 20-30 minutes most days of the week. This consistent, gentle impact is a powerful stimulus for your bone cells. Beyond walking, think about activities that involve your body supporting its own weight. Climbing stairs, for example, is excellent for your leg and hip bones. If you have stairs in your home, consider using them more often instead of relying on an elevator if one is available. Even just going up and down a few steps repeatedly can make a difference. Dancing, even just swaying to music in your living room, is another fantastic weight-bearing activity that's fun and adds varied movement. The more variety you introduce, the better, because your bones respond to different directions of stress. Gardening, lifting and carrying watering cans, bending and reaching, all contribute to bone strength in your arms, back, and legs. It's about finding ways to move your body against gravity in ways that feel good and are safe for you. Always listen to your body, of course, and if something causes pain, stop. But the principle remains gentle. Consistent weight-bearing is crucial for telling your bones to stay dense and resilient. Now, while gentle weight-bearing is vital, our bones also benefit immensely from the support of strong muscles. This brings us to our third powerful habit incorporating simple strength training. When we think of strength training, many of us might picture heavy weights or crowded gyms, and that can feel intimidating, especially after 70. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about gentle, Effective exercises that use your own body weight or very light resistance, designed to build muscle which, in turn, takes pressure off your bones and helps them stay strong. Think of your muscles as the sturdy scaffolding around your bone structure. Strong muscles improve balance, reduce your risk of falls, and provide dynamic support for your skeleton. When your muscles are weak, your bones bear more of the burden, and your overall stability is compromised. Simple bodyweight exercises are incredibly effective. For example, chair squats. Instead of collapsing into a chair, slowly lower yourself down, and then slowly push yourself back up. Without using your hands if possible, this strengthens your glutes and quads, which are critical for hip and leg bone health. Start with just a few repetitions, say 5 or 8, and gradually build up. Another great exercise is wall push-ups. Stand facing a wall, about an arm's length away. Place your hands on the wall, shoulder width apart, and then slowly bend your elbows, letting your chest move towards the wall, and then push back. This strengthens your chest, shoulders, and arms, and is much safer than traditional push-ups. You can also do simple calf raises. Just stand holding on to a sturdy piece of furniture or a counter, and slowly lift up onto your toes, holding for a second, then slowly lower. This strengthens your calf muscles and helps with ankle stability. Another excellent way to incorporate gentle resistance is through using resistance bands. These colorful elastic bands are inexpensive, portable, and allow you to work various muscle groups with adjustable tension. You can loop a band around your ankles and do side steps to strengthen your hip abductors, which are crucial for walking stability. Or use a band around your knees while doing chair squats for added resistance. The key is to start with very light resistance and focus on slow, controlled movements. You should feel your muscles working, but it shouldn't be painful. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions a week, allowing a day of rest in between for your muscles to recover and grow. This consistent, gentle muscle building provides the necessary support for your bones, helping to keep them aligned, protected, and less prone to stress fractures. It's about building a stronger, more resilient you from the inside out. Next, we'll dive into an equally crucial aspect of bone health and independence that is often overlooked. We've covered so much ground today, from the importance of regular movement and gentle weight-bearing to targeted strength training for muscle support. But there's another crucial piece of the puzzle, one that directly impacts your risk of devastating bone fractures: balance. This brings us to our fourth vital habit: improving your balance and flexibility. You see, even if your bones are strong, a fall can still lead to a fracture if your balance isn't there to catch you. After 70, our balance can naturally decline due to changes in our inner ear, vision, and muscle strength. But just like muscles and bones, balance is a skill that can be trained and improved. The more stable you are on your feet, the less likely you are to fall. And that's the ultimate protection for your bones. Simple balance exercises can be easily integrated into your day. For instance, try standing on one leg while you're brushing your teeth. Hold onto the counter at first, and then gradually try to let go for a few seconds. Switch legs, even just standing heel to toe, where the heel of one foot touches the toes of the other, can significantly improve your stability over time. You can walk in a straight line, placing one foot directly in front of the other, like walking on a tightrope. These exercises might feel wobbly at first, and that's perfectly normal. Consistency is key. A few minutes each day can make a world of difference. Along with balance, flexibility plays a role. Gentle stretching, like reaching for your toes while seated, or simple arm circles, helps keep your joints limber and your muscles supple, allowing for a wider range of motion and reducing stiffness, which can also contribute to falls. Think about incorporating Tai Chi or yoga into your routine if you're able. These practices are renowned for improving both balance and flexibility in a gentle, controlled manner. A flexible body is a more agile body, less likely to trip and more likely to recover smoothly if you do. Finally, we cannot talk about bone health without addressing what you put into your body. This leads us to our fifth crucial habit: nourishing your bones from within with the right nutrition. Think of your bones as a complex living structure that constantly needs building blocks. Without the right nutrients, even with all the movement and exercise in the world, your bones won't have what they need to repair and rebuild themselves effectively. After 70, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing certain nutrients, making intentional dietary choices even more important. The superstars for bone health are calcium and vitamin D. Calcium is the primary mineral that gives your bones their strength and structure. Excellent sources include dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. If you're lactose intolerant or prefer not to consume dairy, dark leafy green vegetables like kale and spinach, fortified plant milks, almond, soy, oat, and certain fish like sardines and salmon are also packed with calcium. Aim for about 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day for adults over 70. Now, calcium is great, but it can't do its job without vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential because it helps your body absorb calcium from your gut. Without enough vitamin D, you could be consuming plenty of calcium, but it wouldn't be effectively used by your bones. The best natural source of vitamin D is sunlight exposure, but it can be hard to get enough, especially in winter months or if you use sunscreen regularly. Dietary sources include fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and tuna, and fortified foods like milk, cereals, and orange juice. Many people over 70 benefit from a vitamin D supplement, but it's always best to discuss the right dosage with your doctor. Beyond calcium and vitamin D, don't forget the importance of protein. Protein isn't just for building muscles. It also provides the framework for your bones. Adequate protein intake helps support bone repair and overall bone density. Lean meats, fish, eggs, beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds are all fantastic sources. And finally, consider vitamin K2 and magnesium. Vitamin K2 helps direct calcium to your bones and away from your arteries, while magnesium is crucial for bone structure and activating vitamin D. You can find vitamin K2 in fermented foods like natto and certain cheeses, and magnesium in nuts, seeds, whole grains, and leafy greens. It's not about restrictive diets. It's about making conscious choices to include these bone-loving nutrients in your daily meals. Each meal is an opportunity to strengthen your internal framework, giving your bones the very best chance to stay dense and resilient, no matter how much you sit during the rest of your day. These small dietary shifts, combined with the movement and balance habits we've discussed, create a powerful synergy for lasting bone health. We've covered so much ground today, from understanding the silent impact of prolonged sitting on your bones after 70 to discovering the surprisingly simple yet profoundly effective habits that can turn the tide. We talked about breaking up your sitting time with frequent, short movement breaks, reminding your bones that they're still needed. We explored the power of gentle weight-bearing activities, like purposeful walking and climbing a few stairs, sending those vital signals for bone regeneration. We then dove into the world of simple strength training using your own body weight or light resistance, building that crucial muscular support for your skeleton. And of course, we emphasize the importance of balance and flexibility exercises, your first line of defense against falls and fractures, keeping you steady and confident on your feet. Finally, we rounded it out with the critical role of nutrition, ensuring your bones have all the building blocks they need, like calcium, vitamin D, and protein, to stay strong from the inside out. It might feel like a lot to take in all at once, but remember, every single habit we've talked about builds on the last, creating a stronger, more resilient you from the inside out. The good news, the truly wonderful news, is that it's never too late to start making a difference. Your bones are living tissue, constantly renewing themselves, and they respond to the care and attention you give them. At any age, even small changes, consistently applied, can lead to remarkable improvements in your bone density, your balance, and your overall sense of vitality and independence. Think about it: getting up for a minute every half hour, adding a short walk to your day, doing a few chair squats, or making sure you have a glass of milk or some leafy greens at dinner. These aren't Herculean tasks. They are gentle nudges in the right direction. And these gentle nudges are what will help you prevent falls, avoid fractures, and keep you doing the things you love without fear or limitation. It's about reclaiming your independence, maintaining your mobility, and feeling confident in your body, allowing you to embrace every day with energy and purpose. Imagine being able to play with your grandchildren on the floor, walk comfortably around a new city on vacation, or simply move around your home with greater ease and less worry. That's the freedom that comes from strong, resilient bones. I truly hope this video has given you some valuable insights and practical steps you can start implementing today. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed the effects of prolonged sitting on your body? What are some of your favorite ways to stay active and keep your bones strong? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom might just inspire someone else in our wonderful community. If you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. We're here to bring you more simple, actionable advice to help you live your best life at every age. Thank you for joining me. And remember, your journey to stronger bones and greater independence starts with just one small step. Keep moving, keep nourishing, and keep thriving.